REEF.FINANCE is my #1 low cap crypto pick of March 2021. In this video I'm going to tell you why REEF should be popping off any moment right now, and we're gonna discuss the price. Let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video on Pongo BTC. And today we're gonna talk about REEF again. Last time we talked about the fundamentals of REEF and why I think REEF is a solid investment for 2021. And REEF has been sitting still on the markets for the last couple of weeks. However, I do think in March REEF will pop off, and today we're going to talk about why that is. So last time we talked about the fundamentals, and I don't want to go over them once again. But just really general, REEF is a DeFi platform powered by PolkaDot, built upon PolkaDot, and it tackles multi-chain accessibility, which is huge because we all know how high the gas fees right now are on Ethereum. So if REEF can deliver on the PolkaDot system, this will be huge in general. Further, I don't want to spend too much time on the fundamentals. If you haven't checked it out yet, please check the video in the information button above. But today we're going to talk about some of the events that are coming up. And for that we go to CoinMarketCal, which is the calendar which lists all different kind of events happening for a certain coin. And right now I filtered this on REEF. And what we see here is that there are a lot of events coming up, and that's because REEF is doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Last time we discussed the roadmap, and right here we can see which things either already have been done or are going to be done in March 2021 because they are promised for Q1 of 2021. So what we see here is that REEF will be, and I'll start with the second one, REEF will be deployed on Kusama deployment. So Kusama is a parachain of PolkaDot, and when it's actually deployed on Kusama, it can actually already work on a relay chain, on a parachain, sorry, and that's already amazing. They're implementing the dot basket engine. They're integrating Chainlink, and as we know, Chainlink is just as huge as dot, almost as is one of the biggest cryptocurrencies. We will have a yield engine version 1. We will have a REEF basket engine. We will have an Ethereum deployment v1 testing. This is huge because we do want Ethereum into our ecosystem. So when we already are testing v1, that means that we're getting quite close to an actual deployment of REEF working with Ethereum. And we do want multi-ecosystem support before the 31st of March or even earlier. And what I think will, I forgot one more event before the 31st of March, which is Fiat Gateways integration. And these things are all going to be happening within March. That's insane. A lot of things have been done behind the scenes by REEF, so yeah, props to them. But the one main thing I want to talk to you about, and why I think REEF is going to pop off in March, is Polka Definance. And Polka Definance might not sound as much of a big deal as the other events that I just did, and fundamentally that's true because all the work that has been done is of course great, and that's what we're in REEF for. However, I think Polka Definance is going to be huge for REEF. And the reason why is that on Polka Definance, all different kind of D-app developers are going to talk about their view on the DeFi universe on Polkadot. And right here I have an article, or actually a very short description of what the event is going to be about. And Polka Definance is an online conference that sorts signals from noise in a rapidly developing DeFi universe. If you want the dead latest on what is actually going on in the Polkadot ecosystem and why it matters, then this is a can't miss event. Register to attend today. You'll catch a wave including industry thought leaders, DApp developers, and the larger blockchain community. And why I think this will be huge not only for Polkadot, but also for REEF, is that REEF is one of the main DeFi platforms on Polkadot and on the 18th of March on this actual event, they will speak about their product and make people excited about their product and get people invested in their product. So let's actually take a look at Polkadot's price. So Polkadot is now number 6 in coin market cap. It has been passed by Cardano. It has been passed by Binance Coin. However, I do think an event like the Polka DeFiance conference can massively change this ordering right here, and Polkadot can easily be back on the number 3 spot by just a snap. Just some hype will be enough to get Polkadot back at number 3. But what we're here today for is not Polkadot, but we're here for REEF. So let's take a look on REEF. REEF right now is ranked 108 on CoinMarketCap with a market cap of $437 million. So where would that put us if, for example, REEF went to the top 50? And this is not a crazy number. I mean, the top 50 is of course, it's hard to get there, but it's not unreachable. REEF is a solid project, and I think it definitely deserves a top 50. And if it comes in the top 50, we see now there's Zcash at number 50 with a 1.5 billion market cap. So that would already be a 3x for REEF. And I think REEF even has the potential to be a top 20 coin. However, this is a lot of speculation. We have a long way to go. REEF has to implement a lot. There has to be a lot of hype. But I do think REEF deserves a spot at least in the top 50. Alright, so what we've talked about right now is all the events that occurred, all the work that REEF has done, the Polka Definance conference event. Let's talk a bit about the price. And let's actually start with REEF against USD. And we see that REEF has gone down a bit over the period of mid-February into March. And coming into March, we actually went up a bit, and now we're stagnating around this point. A bit of consolidation, but it seems like if we can get another pop, and if we can pass this all-time high, we have a long way ahead where we might get back to an all-time high of 30 cents. This is very long still, don't get me wrong, but a short-term move to the 7 cents or the 11 cents would make sense to me with the Polka Definance conference coming up. Looking a bit at REEF BTC, I already drew some lines on this chart. So looking at the current move, and let me remove this bigger Fibonacci move. Looking at the current move, we can see that we have gone all the way, and now we have touched the golden ratio. And the golden ratio on the Fibonacci level is between 0.618 and 0.66. And this golden ratio often acts as support, and we don't really go lower than it. So what we have seen is that we had a big move up with a large correction, and right now we are again consolidating, after which we will probably see another move up. And even from this point until the all-time high, it would already perform 70% against Bitcoin. So 70% better than Bitcoin if it would go to the recent all-time high. However, if it would go to the ultimate all-time high, which is right here, and we take the measured move from our price right here, we would have a 680% move against BTC. Well, I don't expect this on the short term, but actually let's flip this Fibonacci and show what is possible on the short term. Settings, reverse, boom. And I do think when we do pass this all-time high, we can see a move from here past the all-time high to the next Fibonacci level, which is 186 Satoshi, and maybe then get another correction before we do move further up. And if we measure this move, that would be 150% against Bitcoin, and I do think that is reachable for REEF in the short term. Alright, that's it about REEF for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please leave a like. If you like the content and want to hear more about REEF or other low-cap altcoins, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can do so below by pressing the red subscribe button and pressing the notification bell. And if you have any questions or do want to mention something, please leave a comment. I love to read these comments. I read all of them, and often I reply to all of them when applicable. So if you have a question, do leave it down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.